And then as a final animation, so go cinematics, level sequence, say weird face animation. Okay. Same thing, we'll click on the character, track actor to sequence, add. Alright, cool. So, because we're just going to be doing just animating the face, let's find a comfortable position here. So if you need to fine tune, the easiest way for me is just holding the right mouse and then using the WASD keys to move around, and then you can go down with the Q and up with the E. So and change the speed with the mouse wheel. So that's scrolling up, and then scrolling down you can fine tune the speed. So it's quite handy. Okay, so I'm just going to go up where I can see his face nice and clearly, and these little blueprint thingies over here. Okay, so that should be fine. So I'm just going to select his eyes. So if I click, left click here, hold shift, and then I can come over and click on this other one. So they're both selected now, both of his eyes. And then down here, we can obviously see which layers they are. So same thing, I just want to add a starting point for those layers. And then I also want to animate a couple of other things, so I'm going to repeat that process for say probably the mouth, or I'm just going to go the very outer edges. So add a frame, and then I'll go the other side, add a frame there. And then I think that'll do for the moment. I'll just stick with that. But yeah, go ahead and as you can see, you can animate pretty much any part of the face. Yeah, there's there's a lot of options. Okay, so that'll do for me. So I've got a couple of starting points. I'll just add these and see what they do. I don't think it's actual eyebrows. Yeah, we'll see what we can get out of that one. Okay, do that for both sides. And then let's go ahead and just want to select this other eye so I can get there. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Alright, so we've got both those eyes selected. And I'm going to go to frame 5. I'm just going to move these over to the left, over this side. And I'm also going to disable this grid snapping option, just so we can fine tune these movements. Okay, go to frame 10. Again, I've got auto keys enabled, so whenever I make an adjustment, it's gonna automatically create these keys. Alright, so we can see we've got the eyes darting around. So add in a couple more. Okay. like that. Alright, getting going real crazy here. Okay. Perfect. Now I'll just bring him back to the center. Alright. Right, and then of course, probably should have mentioned that. And then of course, I've probably got to add the one eye animation. So if I just go ahead and select use left eye. And I'll make a couple of adjustments for that one. Okay. Do a couple more. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Okay, so just yeah. And then I'll do the same thing for the other eye. What I'll do is I'll have a bit of fun here and create some animation. So hopefully you should have the idea on how to go about that, and then we'll get to the next step. So I've gone ahead and added in a few more animations. I got a bit carried away, but so yeah, as you can see, you can get very creative and pretty much manipulate the face. Yeah, in any way you like. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's yeah, no, it is. Yeah, pretty flexible. It's as I said, this is certainly a bit carried away, but otherwise it's yeah, very realistic, and you can do sort of experiment and do whatever you like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save that. It's hard to look at this one. It's pretty distracting. So just like we've done for the other animations, we'll bake the animation sequence. So in this case, go to the face, right click, bake animation sequence, animations folder, and we can just call that AS weird face. There you go. Export. So we'll have to make a couple of additional changes for the face mesh so we don't face issues later on. So if we go ahead and open up the animation sequence for your weird face that you just created and come down to additive settings, set that to mesh space, base pose type frame from this animation, frame index 0, and then save that, and then that'll be good. Otherwise we'll just face, when we activate the face animation, it'll be out of place and we'll just have issues with it. Okay, cool. So we've got our 3 animations, and obviously they're not doing anything at the moment, but I reckon what we'll do is just program in a couple of button inputs that correlate to the animations. So if the player presses 1, we can play the kick animation. If you press 2, the wave animation, and 3, the the weird face. So to do that, I reckon